What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I'll be bringing y'all week 2 of my CFL. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like a video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. Now in this video, I kind of want to actually just talk to y'all for you guys to kind of get to know me and who I actually am and kind of what I do on a daily basis. I actually wanted to do these type of videos for a while where I kind of just explain to you guys my life, what I'm doing, and how I'm enjoying my YouTube journey and also my Forex journey. I'm also in college. There's a lot that I'm doing, and I just kind of wanted to bring this video to you guys today because this may be my last CFL video, and the reason why is because my life is super busy. So let me just kind of tell you about my daily. So I actually have 2 jobs. One of them's a part-time. Well, both of them are part-times. So I kind of combine it into a full-time. One job, I actually work at Home Depot. I do overnight. So that's about 20 hours a week. Normally I could get more if I wanted to, but the way my life's set up, it's just a lot. So I work 20 hours at Home Depot, right? And then I actually substitute at my old high school. So sometimes I substitute at my old high school or my old junior high. So it just depends on wherever, whichever one needs work. So they'll be like, hey, are you available? And then I'll be like, yeah. So normally I substitute. I wake up early in the morning. So picture this, right? So I work at my Home Depot. So I work normally from like 9 a.m. So normally about 1:30, depending on how much stuff we have to do in there. So picture this, I get off at 1:30, right? So I gotta get home, gotta take a shower. By the time I lay down to go to sleep, it's already about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm usually already exhausted when I wake up because I have to wake up at 7 o'clock because school starts at 7:35 now. It used to start at 8 o'clock, but since the whole COVID thing, all that's going on, they decided that they're going to cancel like the morning break they normally have. So they start at 7:35. So I have from 2 a.m. to really 7 to sleep. So after that, school normally gets out about 2:45, and then from there, I have to come home, make a YouTube video. So the YouTube video process, I don't know if any of y'all might not understand what it takes, but to get gameplay is actually really hard because I actually have 2 accounts. Because if I try to get gameplay off of my Rage Rail account, it'll almost be impossible. Because when people, like I said, I'm the most humble person, but I do understand when people see my name and the people that recognize my name, they're gonna say, okay, I need to lock in, I need to zero in. I'm just gonna run pretty much press man every play, and then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like even on my backup account, that's exactly what I see. So a lot of times it's hard to get gameplay for you guys, but I do it because I used to be in y'all shoes, So before I became a YouTuber, what I used to love to do, I used to love to search up a scheme or two, here and there, because I wanted to feel like I was good, So this was way back in maybe like Madden 17 and Madden 17 on down is when I used to just be hard on YouTube searching like, oh, I want to run this scheme. Oh, I see this scheme. I want to run that. Oh, I want to run that. But the things I used to look for personally, I used to want to look for gameplay. So anybody that showed gameplay, I was all in it. I'm already hitting a sub. So like if they're showing gameplay, that means it's real to me. Because a lot of times I know these YouTubers, they used to just put out like they'll say like, oh, hey, throw this slant because it's going to get wide open. But in my mind, I'm like, isn't a user going to be there? That's how I used to think. And I still think that like that now. Like some of these videos I might happen to see on my recommended, they might be talking about, oh, hey, this is a really good play. This is a really glitchy play. This route right here is glitchy, but it's the only route that can get open. So I was like, and then in my mind, I'd be like, well, isn't the user going to guard that? So that's why I started to frame my mind how it is now. So whenever I go to do a video, I have to spend tons of time in a lab. So I find a formation. I have to spend time in the lab thinking, okay, how would the user respond to this? What route would distract the user? What glitchy route? How can I use this glitchy route to get it open? So those are the processes that I have to use, and then I take that information and then I hop into the game, and then from there, of course, I record the clips that I need. And sometimes, I can't always get clips for every setup, so that's why sometimes in my videos I'll be like, hey, this setup right here, I couldn't get gameplay on, but make sure you run it and try it out, and things of that nature. And then also, as far as the practice mode, as you guys seen in my current videos, some things that you can do in practice mode, some things that you can do in game you cannot do in practice mode. So I don't know what that is about, but when I tell you guys, I have people in my comments saying, you told me, well, you always say that practice mode you can't do it, but in game mode you can, and saying like that doesn't make sense and things of that nature. I was like, I know it doesn't make sense. I don't know why it's like that. I'm just telling you, I'm just a messenger. So Anyways, it's a process of getting the videos to you guys on YouTube. So that already by itself takes a while. So let's say about maybe 3-4 hours maybe to get a formation. Maybe spend about 2 hours in the labbing up different setups, maybe about an hour and a half trying to get gameplay. So we're already at about 3 hours. And also, for you guys that don't know, I actually am in the Forex. So I'm doing Forex. I'm actually doing really good. I appreciate the couple of y'all that do check up on me and ask me how my Forex journey is going, because it's pretty interesting. Because for those of y'all that don't know, I actually joined IML Academy. If you're ever curious about what IML Academy is, I recommend just YouTubing it. I don't want to spend this whole video talking about IML Academy, but it's a fantastic platform. It's a fantastic way to get your feet wet into the Forex. Because for those of y'all that don't know, Forex is not a scam. Forex actually stands for something. It's an abbreviation. It stands for foreign exchange market. So for you calling Forex a scam, that'd be like calling the stock market a scam. So it's legit the same thing, just different ways money is moving. The Forex market actually has more liquidity, and for those that don't know what liquidity means, it just means a whole lot more money into it that you can actually take out some. So it's actually about $7 trillion running through the Forex market every day, and the stock market I think has like $1 billion or something of that nature. So Forex has a whole lot more. So with my Forex journey, I get a lot of y'all to ask me about it, so I'm gonna kind of do my best to break it down to you right now. So with the whole Forex journey, it's kind of confusing, because I started off with IML Academy because they did a great job of building the foundation. Like, what is market structure, what is support, what is resistance. And IML Academy, they traded on what's called indicators. So for any of y'all that's kind of already in the Forex market, or you kind of aware of Forex terminology, then you should already know what I'm talking about with some of these terms like support, resistance, indicators. So that's what they taught a whole lot, and that's actually called retail trading. So that's called the reason it's called retail is because they believe in using indicators. They believe in using support and resistance to see where the market's going to go, and you base your trades off of that. And they also believe in something called HFX, which is where they trade on a website called Pocket Option. So if you're ever confused, just Google Pocket Option and you'll see what I'm talking about. You can kind of play around in there and see. But they do a lot of that things of that nature. They have pros that you can connect to. So it's a really good place to start. But for me personally, it just didn't resonate well with me. I'm still in it, yes, but I'm more so staying in it to support others that are in it. So for me, I don't like trading with indicators because they always aren't 100% accurate. And I love to know the whys behind everything. So I want to know, why doesn't this work? If my trade didn't go through like I planned it, why didn't it? Or if the indicators that they were showing me, for some reason the market reversed, which means like let's say I expected the market to go up. So the way it works when you trade, for those y'all don't know, up is normally buy and down is sell, which it can kind of already sounds familiar, right? So another way you could think about it is, I know you probably heard this terminology before, where you buy low and sell high. So basically trying to get all that profit. So those are just familiar terms, but the way that I see it, I don't necessarily like not knowing when exactly to get in trades, when exactly to exit, and that's the problem I had with IML Academy. So like I said, the indicators and the strategy that they use, yes, they are good, and yes, you can profit. But see, me personally, it doesn't do a good job of explaining why. Like, you won't be able to look at it and say, if this trade didn't go how I wanted it to, you wouldn't be able to have a reason why. You could just say, well, I'm just gonna get it next time, or hopefully, next time everything goes like I wanted to. And I wasn't okay with that. I wasn't comfortable with that. So what I did personally was I started just poking around on YouTube. So the way it worked, the reason I say I recommend IML Academy, because it taught me the terminologies to YouTube. Because if you just get on YouTube and type in Forex, you're gonna get about 500,000 videos talking about, my Forex experience, or they're talking about, my Forex strategy, or they're talking about, terminology. So it's hard to narrow it down if you aren't specific and when you search on YouTube, because there are so many people doing the videos about the Forex market because of how much liquidity is in it and how much people are actually making money. And then from there, you have to figure out, do this person really know what they're talking about? Then those are the type of things you have to decipher. But if you already understand the terminology, the basics, then it's easy from that point. It's easy, because then all you have to do, I heard them say this in our little live session, so let me go ahead and YouTube this little thing that they just said. Now I can learn more, and now more videos about this are showing up in my recommendations. So that's how I started. So for example, you remember how I mentioned support. So if you couldn't understand the way they were teaching you support, what would you do? Go on YouTube, you type in, Forex, support. What is support Forex or something like that. And then now from there, you're going to start learning more terminology. And then it's going to start making sense because you're going to be, they're going to say things that IML Academy was saying. So you're going to already understand, like, okay, yeah, this is pretty legit because I remember hearing this before. And then you could take what they're saying and YouTube it. And now next thing you know, you're already pretty much about to find you a strategy that you really love, because there's tons and tons of strategies. So that's what I want y'all to understand. There's tons and tons of strategies. And like I said, I'm learning everything right now. And the way I'm learning it, I'm learning the strategy that can help me understand why things didn't work, basically. So what I'm becoming what's called an institutional trader. But like I said, I know this is going way over y'all's head, but it just shows you how far deep I am into this Forex journey, and it's something that I'm dead serious about. And yes, you can definitely make real money. Definitely, like, it's definitely not hard. You just have to find you a strategy that you really, really love. And if that's what IML Academy, if you really love that strategy, hey, go for it. I'm not saying nothing, but I'm not knocking IML Academy in any type of way at all. I just want you guys to simply understand that there's more avenues that you can take, and there's other things that you can get into. But I'd love to keep talking to y'all, but of course the game's over. But I'm gonna keep talking just a tiny bit more. But anyways, through my daily journey, I do Forex, and then y'all know I do have a kid. I have a 4-year-old, so y'all know how that goes. But me and the mother, we're co-parenting, so it's a lot of me trying to get my son on the weekends and get him on some of the weekdays as well. So it's really a lot. So long story short, I have a lot going on in my life with CFL, but I actually want to start playing on streaming soon. Do drop a like on the video if you want me to start streaming, because I definitely am considering it, because I don't know, it's just another way to connect with you guys. And let's see, I want to talk about my streaming. I believe I covered everything. And also I'm kind of dabbling back in MUT, so if you want me to do MUT, let me know. I might put out a poll a little later, just kind of see where you guys are at. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up for this video. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I'm Ray Drell, and I'm out.